What's going on, people? It's your boy Louis Lanavels, Two Real Podcast. One of my other halves couldn't make it today. CDOTFARM, man. We'll see you next time on the next one. But in the meantime, we got two special guests here today. We're gonna introduce them to the right. Well, my right, going to my left. Well, go ahead and introduce yourself, brother.
Yeah, this is Ace Alpha by way of Crown versus Culture.
Yes,
you know what I mean? This is my second stint.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, loving the drops.
I gotta introduce you right, bro. I gotta do you right, bro.
This is my second stint with the Two Real Podcast. Man, I was waiting for y'all to come back. And I was like, man, these guys tripping. Y'all need to quit playing around. Yes, so, you know what I mean? Yeah, again, Ace Alpha by way of Crown versus Culture. Yes, yeah, we in here.
Okay. Go ahead, introduce yourself, my brother.
Yes, sir. This is actually my first stint, and it's not gonna be the last. So my name is G, aka Gthediary.
I ain't gonna do no drops with you on this one.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
Bullshit. I'm gonna do you right, bro.
I appreciate that. Yeah, man. For the most part, I'm a ordinary man. Family man. I got 5, and a wonderful, beautiful wife to be, and just living the life, man, like it's golden. I'm a musician. And I just do musician things. That's it.
Thanks. That's what's up, man.
Okay, that was a bar. Okay.
That was a bar. That was a bar.
Okay.
That was a little bar.
Like it's happy hour. Okay.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna draw and bless go ahead and bless the rock for me, people, man. We gotta do that for every show. We come in here and bless the rock. Hey, that's what we do. Maybe have a good show today. You know what I'm saying?
So, when you used to hoop, you be wanting to,
Yeah, do all that shit.
Fake it.
Yeah, that's how we doing it. So, all right, man. So let's go ahead. And this time we gonna jump into it. So, hey, we had a conversation based on, the old school basketball versus new school basketball. I'm going with the old school based on skill level.
Okay.
Now, giving more context, they say this generation is better due to athleticism, due to I guess so-called skill level based on because it looks better. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's better. I'm result driven.
Right.
Like, you got to understand too, back then they didn't have no 2-point. They didn't have no 3-point line. LA was doing well. I thought, what year did they put the line in there? You remember?
I don't know.
Nah, but even though
in the 90s they definitely had 3-point line, bro.
Yeah, in the 90s. But I mean, even with Pete Maravich, even what was Bill Walton? Was it Bill Walton?
Was that in the 70s?
You're talking about
they didn't have it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know when they installed it, but yeah.
He could have. I feel like he could still be balling. He could have put some work in today's league. So
nah, you tripping, bro.
Why not, bro?
Because his handles, like that. If you look at the handle didn't really change until what? Who came in the game? If you really think about it,
and one
AI
and one,
and one that was still what, late 90s. We talking about early 2000s and one, but I'm talking about AI. AI came in early. You feel me? So it was AI. Mm-hmm. And that's when the game changed, man. You had to have handles. You can't do them little dribbles like Bill Walton. I mean, not even just him.
You don't be disrespecting that man like that. Talking about little dribbles.
Listen, let me not disrespect Isaiah Thomas. Let me not disrespect Magic Johnson. We talking about greats that were good with the ball. You understand? So it's like it. Bill Walton was cool, but it's like you have to have versatility in your game as far as how you dribble the ball, how you move the ball, because defenders now they're better to me personally.
Bro, I didn't realize, even with, playing now, still open a little bit, how easy, you don't have to do all that to get the basket, bro. You really don't. Like, all you can really do is back down a nigga. I think they make it way complicated.
But they're not doing that now, though.
Because a lot of the way it looks.
A lot of the guys that's playing now are spot up shooters. You feel me? So it's like they don't have the ball.
Guys.
They don't have the ball long in their hands. You understand? The only ones that have them are them ISO players, your Kyries, your James Hardens, and so on and so, your Dame Lillards, your LeBrons. The ISO players are the ones that have the ball for the majority of the game. And those are the stars players.
So I'm saying though, but you don't have to do all of that. Because I'm going reference on what you saying. You saying little dribbles, like nigga.
I get
the little dribbles got the job.
I'm saying
done.
They're not getting past half court.
Who?
Them.
Who's them?
Your Bill Waltons.
Are you serious?
They're not getting past half court.
Are you serious? But all you gotta do
with a present defender of today, they're not getting past half court.
Well, I will not. I will have to refute that.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's cool. I'm
the only reason I say that is because if you look at it today, a lot of defenders were from back in the day. Now, if you're a defender, you get money.
Yeah.
So it's not a lot of defending going on in the league right now because of the because of the direction. Like the league made sure that they made it more fan friendly.
Copy.
You feel what I'm saying? What Stephen A. say, you can't even pass gas without getting the technical. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everything is about scoring. Do you see how they run it up now? Yeah. So like I agree with both of y'all. Like from a skill perspective, they're more skillful now because that's offense. That's all they work on now. You know what I'm saying? So if you're that person that actually D's up, you're gonna get paid in the league now. You know what I'm saying? So. And you can't D up motherfuckers no more. Like you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like every time you get fouled hard, they go to the goddamn instant replay to see if it's flagrant. Like goddamn, that's just a hard foul. Yeah. Like bro, like
unless you Deladova.
Yeah, so like I think with me, I did appreciate like the early 2000s basketball.
Oh yeah,
that was a sweet spot for me.
Yeah, I think that was. Yeah,
you know, that was a sweet spot for me. But then I evolved with the game. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna be that old head as far as from a basketball perspective. You know, shit, I'm about to be 36. That we consider old in the basketball realm or sports realm now. Damn. You know, niggas be retiring at 30. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, I evolved. Like I wasn't gonna be that person. Like, oh yeah, y'all soft. Y'all just doing this, that, and third. Like. I mean, it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but they are more skillful. But that's because the game has evolved. They wanted to be more international, more fan friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like like they want, you know, the NBA know what the fuck they doing. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I would prefer, me personally, you know, the older the school because a lot of times like even motherfuckers go to the rack and get hit, like, you know, get touched, like what the fuck, like they get upset, like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like where's the foul at? What's this? Like man, bro, like. Nigga barely touch you. Just like I was that nigga, like, you know what I'm saying, when I was hooping, like I barely called fouls. Like I was always trying to get the bucket.
I mean, you are bigger than everybody else.
I mean now.
So it
I was goddamn about 80 pounds goddamn smaller when I was hooping, you know what I'm saying?
So speaking of what you just said, if T-Mac never got hurt, if T-Mac never got hurt, do you think he would have been better than Kobe?
Okay.
Wow.
Yes. Okay,
I'm gonna go there with it, bro.
Oh yeah, but
I'm gonna go there with it, bro.
I like that you did because I just had this conversation. T-Mac was actually my favorite player before Kobe.
T-Mac was that nigga, bro. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The injuries derailed him or what have you, but like I even posted a clip to my story yesterday. It was Kobe and T-Mac in the interview. And Kobe said the hardest person he ever went against was T-Mac because he can do everything he can do, but he's taller.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's injuries. Like he like.
You ever play with that nigga on NBA Live?
What? Oh yeah, it was a wrap. It was over.
T-Mac would have been. T-Mac was Kobe before Kobe.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And he just.
Wow. Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I was just watching. I don't know if y'all checked out the verses before. Last night. Well, AI and T-Mac. It's like when you see, like, everybody knows AI, but it's like everybody when if you're a true fan or a student of the game, you knew who T-Mac was. Like, oh yeah, nigga, if you wouldn't have got hurt, like
that nigga would have been.
Wasn't he wanted to drop like 13 points in like
10 seconds,
20 seconds?
He brought that up last night. He's like, yeah, you know, I just got in, you know, that's what I did. He was dunking on niggas. Hey. He was an all around player. Right. He was like one of the beginning. He like if you think about it, he was that all around player. He could do everything. He could pass, shoot. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He had enough bounce for his size.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
What was he like 6'9"? He was like
6'8". 6'8". Yeah, 6'8". Yeah, he was the first. One of the first.
So you don't think he would have been better? He would have been better than Kobe if he wasn't as injured.
I think they would have been. I think it would have been. It would have been.
It would have been a battle between them.
It would have been them two.
It would have been definitely neck and neck at that point. But you know, I like Kobe, man. I just
Kobe, my guy.
Something about Kobe, man. For me was just like he had that eye of the tiger. Don't get me wrong. Tracy McGrady definitely did too. I would give the ball to Tracy McGrady any day
because he was clutch too. Yeah, it wasn't like he was scared of the moment. Definitely he was just 6'8". That's it. Right. He was taller. That's what Kobe said. He do everything I do. He's just taller than me.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, but it's like, let's think about Kobe with the supporting cast and the chances that McGrady had with the supporting cast he had. Don't get me wrong. He was hurt. You know, but he still had with your Steve Francis.
He was all right.
Y'all mean?
He was injury prone.
Yeah, he was injured. Yeah.
But you see, he retired early.
Yeah, he did.
What was he like 7'6"?
Yeah,
and I mean that was the plan too. But then, you know,
he was 300.
Oh yeah, I mean, but you got to think about Embiid. Embiid was 300 pounds when he came in the league. 7 foot.
Yeah. I think Yao Ming just kept getting hurt to where he can never get into the best shape possible for his craft. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when big men hurt their feet,
yeah, that's
a wrap.
So
that's what happened with Bill Walton's feet. You know what I'm saying? Like he got a championship. You know what I mean? But when big men hurt their feet, it's a wrap.
It is a wrap. So
that's what AD going through right now.
So I rock with Tracy McGrady all day long. I'm just
Kobe though.
But I'm still say Kobe though. I love Tracy. I love Tracy. I love Vince Carter. All of that. But I
like what Tracy could have been. Kobe actually, you know, he transcended because he stayed healthy.
True.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tracy could have been that transcending player, but he got hurt.
See, that's another important part of basketball though. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. Everybody gets hurt different, but Kobe knew how to take care of his body.
Yep. There you go. So that's what the greats do.
Just like LeBron.
That's what the greats
do. They know how to take care of their body. Their conditioning is a whole nother game.
I think they're just conscious of the way they move.
You got to be like that.
That's part of the game too.
You still have to take care of your body.
I mean, yeah, that's
got to be like that as a
because even with Kobe, the thing that took him out was his Achilles.
Yeah,
like he was still going once that Achilles went. Like, damn, it's about to be a wrap. You know, getting older. You know what I'm saying? Because you know he slimmed down and he, you know what I'm saying, he just was still doing. So when that Achilles went, like, yeah, you can't elevate to make them tough shots like you used to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So speaking of Kobe, do y'all still think, you know, the Lakers making the playoffs this year?
I'm gonna say no, but
I'm gonna say yes.
But I'm gonna.
But go ahead.
When I say no, though, I'm gonna say no, hoping that the game is not political.
You should have thought about that before we made that bet. You should have thought about that before we made that bet. Because I want my 100, bro.
I'm not worried about that. You know, I'm not a sore loser. But if the game is political,
in one's cash, brother.
If the game is political and it's
like,
I want LeBron in the chip or in the playoffs at least, then I'm gonna be like, that's corny. You feel me? But if they just let it play out, like the way the Clippers are going right now, without Paul George and Kawhi,
that's Ty Lue all day.
You feel me? Like
you said, it's Ty Lue.
Mm-hmm. He's slept on as one of the best coaches in the league.
Most definitely.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you get stepped over by AI, you got to be remembering something else a little bit. I mean, I would try to be go super hard if I was a coach too, dog. You got to be better than something because that's the only thing I remember Ty Lue for.
Oh yeah, of course. As far as a player,
yeah, I remember that shit like it was just.
That's when the Lakers was supposed to sweep the goddamn playoffs, but AI like, nah, bro, I'm AI. We gonna get at least one.
Yeah, AI was that, bro.
One at least.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't think the Lakers are going to the playoffs. I mean, if they played like how they supposed to play it and allow these other teams to play their game, you know, the Clippers looking good. Who else just went over the Lakers? Because I think the Lakers 9th place right now. But
unfortunately,
they back like 4 games.
Yeah.
They back like 4 games.
Didn't AD just get? AD just got hurt.
Yes,
he out another 4 weeks.
Gets hurt.
Another 4 weeks.
That nigga make a light skinned nigga look bad, bro. That nigga
hurt
always get hurt, bro.
He was just out for a month for the MCL. Now he's out another month because of his foot.
And then y'all got a inconsistent Russell Westbrook. And I love look to be honest with you, I love Russell. I love Russell though.
It's hurting me having this conversation right now.
I love Russell Westbrook. But the problem is when he got to the Lakers. I didn't think that was a good fit. I didn't think he needed to be with star power. That's not his game. He is the star.
He's not gonna win a ring if he don't have help.
He don't need star power help though.
Then he ain't never gonna win. He's gonna be like be like another Carmelo.
I can't wait until we get to the next subject, but we're going.
He's gonna be like another Carmelo, bro. Him and Carmelo is gonna be.
Carmelo's a tough
Carmelo
one for me,
Westbrook is gonna be right there with that nigga Charles Barkley. Right there on TNT.
I don't like putting Carmelo in there because I don't think Carmelo's as arrogant as
What you mean?
Not now.
You talk about it don't matter. You got he just don't want to put him there.
This older Carmelo. This is prospective Carmelo. So
he trying to get a ring to back.
He's accepted his position.
Yeah,
true. So if I'm gonna answer the question, I'm gonna be a glass half full type of person. I want to speak it into existence. I'm gonna manifest that the Lakers will.
They going into the playoffs, bro.
Make the playoffs, but it's hard. It's very hard being a Laker fan right now because even with the Westbrook trade when it happened, of course he's a superstar. Or was. I didn't like it in the beginning. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you know what I mean? We have to hold LeBron accountable for that trade.
Yep.
It's like you can't sign off on that because you got to understand, like LeBron, you've been in the league too long. You know the type of players you need to play with. That's it. Westbrook wasn't one of them. Y'all could be friends all day, whatever, but you need shooters around you.
Like, I hate the way y'all doing Westbrook right now. Bro.
I love Westbrook, but shit. Also, I think with Westbrook, like I think coming home also has, you know, he hasn't lived up to the pressure. He's going to the basket, goddamn fumbling the ball in the air and throwing the ball out of bounds, like hitting the side of the backboard, like bro, like
up no more, man.
It's like, bro, did you forget how to play when you came to LA? Like, regardless of what the fit was gonna be, you are really just fumbling everything. I will give him credit; he's been playing better, like as of late, but throughout the season,
you think it's too much pressure for him?
I think. I don't know.
I think too. I do think too what Dwayne Wade said, because I think part of it is too, like sometimes when you hooper, and you playing with guys that you just, you're just not in your natural position.
Yeah,
it kind of throws. If you've been playing a certain way your whole life and you're being put to play somewhere totally different, play something totally different, it kind of throws your whole game off.
I also blame Vogel too. Because his rotations are trash.
They should have been fired.
His rotations are trash.
Fired. Cancel him.
But he still got y'all a chip though.
Did he?
Did he? Right. That's what I said. Did he?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Eric Spoelstra is different because look what he's doing right now. Vogel ain't doing that.
Vogel is okay. Yeah. And I feel like it's like I said. I'm a true Laker fan. I feel like from the beginning when they tried to. Huh?
See, I always knew you was a Laker fan.
Oh yeah. I've been a Laker fan since like shit. When we was hooping together, like anytime you came to the room, you know what I'm saying? Like Kobe was on the goddamn wall, like you know what I'm saying, like the poster and shit.
I still ain't a Laker fan. I just
yeah. So I feel like they fucked up, and I knew it, and of course I appreciate the chip. We did get one, but when they did not allow Ty Lue to pick his own staff, I like y'all fuck this shit up.
Yeah,
because Ty Lue is showing like I'm one of the top. I'm top 3.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So even like it's like I said, it's hard to talk about my Lakers. I'll literally like even when AD got hurt the other night, right? I'm watching the game. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? Yeah, he going in. He got hurt. I turned off the game. I'm like, yeah, we about to lose. Unfortunately, we won, but it's like I don't want to. I don't want to raise my blood pressure this evening. Knowing what could be or what could have been, and then got an old ass roster. Like everybody, like we can't play no fucking defense.
Yeah, y'all look like the Knicks.
Yeah, like even like, and it's the thing about getting Westbrook. We gave up so fucking much.
Did y'all really though?
Yeah, as far as we gave up Kuzma,
he ain't doing nothing for the Wizards. He ain't doing nothing for the Wizards.
I'm talking about the fit with the fit with the team. You know what I'm saying? Not saying as far as like an individual one-on-one type player, but the fit, like you had motherfuckers that could play D. We couldn't contain Alex Caruso, another defensive player.
That was dumb.
You know what I'm saying? So it was, we gave up some shit. We gave up picks, and we couldn't retain like certain players because we didn't have enough money.
Right.
Russell was getting paid like stupid money. That's what I'm saying. Like if he was getting paid if he was getting paid like $30 million. I'm okay, you know what I'm saying? We can do something with that. Yeah, you in the 40s. Next year, he has an option for like 47. Yeah.
I think West. That's why
he's going to take his option.
Well, he got to.
Why? Why not? He know he's not going to get that money back.
Why not? That's going to be his last big contract. Like even like with AD going down, it's like it should have been okay. We'll be okay because we got Russ, but we don't know.
The niggas don't even know.
We don't know what he's going to do. Yeah. We don't know what's going to happen.
You ain't lying.
So like that's the thing. Like. You getting paid too fucking much money to be subpar.
Yeah, that's too much. That's a little too much. So
you know what I'm saying? And I know it's in. Like I feel like and I'm just holding out hope that he's gonna get it together. Hopefully.
Yeah.
But then they don't have no bench either.
Then
that's the issue.
And then too, well, it's a lot of it's actually like I said, it's actually a lot of factors that go too. Because I know a lot of people play differently too when they play with LeBron too.
Yeah, and that's the thing. LeBron got that factor.
A lot of people don't play the same when they play LeBron.
You see, you remember Boobie Gibson? Gibson? Yeah, after LeBron left Cleveland, his career was over.
Hold on, did he get with old girl too?
That
was part of the reason too.
I mean, but
he got real Hollywood.
If he had to try to find another check. Shit, he wasn't playing in the league no more.
Yeah, girl.
He's cold.
Yeah, girl always kind of.
They got a baby young.
They got a baby together. They show do.
They a whole family.
They show do. Speaking of that, I like that. So we're gonna change. We're gonna switch this up a little bit.
Nice little transition.
From basketball to something different. You know what I'm saying? So I was having a conversation, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Go ahead.
That's cool.
Fuck it. Just say what you.
That's it.
If say for instance you start dating a girl, right?
Yeah.
And she, she's very honest. Y'all cool. Y'all kicking it with each other. Y'all honest with each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just starting out. Y'all just maybe a month or two into this shit, right? You find out she's entertaining other people.
Okay. A month or two in?
Month or two in.
Okay.
Do you think a person should date or entertain one person at a time? I'm going to give you my answer. Mm-hmm. I think so because it cuts out a lot of confusion. Like, say, for instance, when you first meet somebody, right?
Okay.
I mean, it takes like a month or two
before
y'all start hitting, right? Like, say if y'all start hitting.
That's not even always the case.
I mean,
you meet somebody the first day and then hit and be with them forever. That happens.
It does.
I'm not saying that it don't. Not saying that it's normal, but it happens.
Mm-hmm. So the reason why I say that is just to cut out of the confusion. Like, okay, let's just say if you are hitting, if y'all are hitting,
yeah,
right.
You don't know if you're hitting him neither, or vice versa.
True.
Because I know if she finds out that you hitting other women, what's the problem?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
so why not date? It ain't like you're not. When you date somebody, it ain't like, okay, if y'all find out that you're gonna miss, you can always go back out into the dating pool and date other people. You're never gonna run out of dates. So what is the point of dating or entertaining? Let's just say you're not even going out with the individuals. Let's say y'all might just have phone conversations or whatever, or y'all might just be talking, or she might just be the lush guy. You know what I'm saying? But she smashing this dude. You know what I'm saying? Why do that when you could just date one person at a time? It cuts out a lot of confusion. You know what I mean?
Because it really depends on what dating is to you. You feel me? It's how you come in to the situation. What's your intentions? You understand? So like, if if my intention is to just get to know this person and get to know this and get my options together, then that's gonna be for me. You understand? Mm-hmm. That's my intention to go in this situation. And also, like, with that being said, it got to be some type of transparency. Because especially this day and age, you can't be fucking around with everybody. You understand? You're gonna be out. Yeah, you get in trouble out here. With your body and shit like that, like health. Shit crazy out here.
It is, yeah.
You feel me? You get the bug and like that, like corona. But you feel me? Like, it really just depends on transparency at that point. Like, what are you trying to get out of this? Mm-hmm. Are we just fucking around and fuck around? Am I like kind of like your the next person on, or just like that little person to get you out of whatever rust or whatever you was in just to get to the next person? Like, everything is with intention. You feel me? Like, if I'm coming into a situation, I'm messing with somebody, right? 9 times out of 10, and I'm single, I'm gonna tell them, look, I'm not, this is not something serious. Mm-hmm. We're not having a serious situation right now, and I'll let them know that. But that's called transparency. Now, if you're going into the game and not really saying what you're doing, then yeah, that's gonna be a problem. So I could agree with you saying that you should date one person at a time. Mm. But it's really all about what you're telling that person.
Right, that's true.
So,
well, in my super single days,
super,
yeah, that's super single. I I kept my options open. I feel like everybody should keep your options open, especially in the beginning, because whenever you walk into a situation, we just had a conversation on the podcast last night when I actually talked about this. Like, you always got to come into a situation assuming that the other person has something going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what's going on. Like, they could be in the gray area. They could be, they just went on a date last night. They could got just pounded last night. You don't know. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But you come into the situation as far as, I don't know what you have going on. I'm gonna get to learn. I'm gonna get to know you and see what's happening. And through
is this without crossing that plane?
Well, I mean, shit.
What happens when you cross that plane though?
You have to,
and they still do it.
It's on you. At the end of the day, it's on you. You have to be mindful and understand and know the signs to look for. You can't just goddamn be. I mean, if you choose, it's like jumping out of plane. Yeah. Or what I mean, you're jumping at the knowing that this could possibly go left.
Yeah.
But you're making that decision on your own. Like, so when you come into a situation. Like with me, and it also takes experience. Like when first couple times you don't know. Like you a baby in the game. You don't know what the fuck going on. Like, so you may come in with an open heart.
Right.
But after you learn and you see what's going on, because we've all been played at some point.
Oh yeah.
And vice versa. So you learn from that experience, and once when you date enough, you be like, okay. So I like you. I fuck with you, but I'm not going to open up my entire self to you until I know it's real. And then, what I mean? And even if knowing it's real is a risk, because, if you want to find true love, you got to take that risk. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I would say you should date. I wouldn't say you should. You have to know yourself, because a lot of some motherfuckers can just fall for anybody. Some motherfuckers can go into situations with, I'm not going to allow you to goddamn have my heart until I know it's real. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to guard my shit until I know what's up. Right. So you got to know yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? But always assume that someone else got some shit going on, so you don't get fucked up. So, like what you said, if they smashing multiple partnerships, that's on you. If you want to goddamn go raw dog, that's up
but how
to you.
You know that though? How do you know that? That's what I'm trying to tell you. You don't know what the other person is doing.
So you gotta have to goddamn move at your own discretion. Like you know what I mean? Like shit. Do I want to wrap it up? I mean, because I really would advise at first, goddamn wrapping it up, because you like when you fucking. when you fucking like at least the first time, at least. Because I mean, of course, you throwing shit like you go to the club, like motherfuckers ain't thinking, like your guard's down.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah. But if you got your mind into, you're like, okay, let me fuck with a rubber at first, and then I can kind of tell if you got other shit going on. Right. But you got to pay attention though.
True.
Conversations, how much you spend time with each other. If they go MIA every now and then, just okay. I see. Like, I still fuck with you, but I don't know what you got going on. So I'm gonna keep on this Jimmy just to make sure I'm straight.
So y'all wouldn't look at that kind of questionable. Okay, like say for instance, y'all wouldn't look at that kind of questionable. Like say for instance, in that situation, right? If she's talking to other guys, like say for instance, she didn't tell you. Say for instance, you smashing, y'all two are smashing, right? But you know she's talking to other people, right?
Yeah.
But the other person doesn't know about the other guy, right? Doesn't know about, let's say, just to say me hypothetically.
Yeah.
He doesn't know about me hypothetically, but I know about him. How does that make you look at her? Does that because me
you got to look at yourself too. Like how would you approach it? Like let me put myself in her shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, bro. See, the reason I look at that kind of questionable because that means you if she could do that to him, she could do that to me.
Yeah, that's very true. But how
much easily be the lunchbox nigga.
How much faith do you have in yourself though? That's another
what
question.
What that mean? What you mean?
Like, am I the shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
see, you can't base that on that though.
But it's all a part of it. You know what I'm saying? You got to put all of it in a.
I don't even think he's saying it like that. I think it's more so like the transparency. Like, why are you so transparent with me, letting me know about the other dude, but you're not letting him.
You ain't letting him know about me.
And you know about you like you know how you are. Like, okay, say if I'm talking to a female, I know what I'm gonna bring to the table. I'm gonna be a realist. if I'm getting in depth, being transparent, and it's not reciprocated, I'm taking mental notes.
I got you.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I see what's going on. Like that's you just being mindful of your circumstance of the situation. So I'm fucking with a bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm fucking with a female. And I notice she's going on dates, or she's always at the club, or she's always, she's pretty much scheduling me in her life. It's a schedule. Okay. So I'm just kind of like, somebody you fuck with, when you have time. That's cool. So I understand what's going on. Now, if we got them spending time together, you getting upset because I'm busy, that means you really want me around. Like, you know what I'm saying? You like, well, so what you doing? You gonna come over? You gonna come over? Right. You coming over after that? Why you leave? Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like it's paying attention to exactly what's going on. True. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, like, you have to really understand the circumstances because, unfortunately, people can be amazing liars.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So
I think I'm always have trust issues, bro.
Yeah, so you have to really pay attention to what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's a circumstance to where someone like, oh yeah, I'm in a situation, I'm trying to get out. Okay, that's cool. I get it. So what are you showing me? What are you doing? You know what I mean? What is, like, I understand you going through that, but your actions are gonna show me. You spend the night over here. You always have to go home, or we ever. You know what I mean? I understand that you have to do that at times, but how often is it?
How do you break away from?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the circumstances surrounding your situation? You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's all about paying attention. Like, not just moving just because. It's like actually using your mind to pay attention to what's going on around. You know what I mean? Having these in-depth conversations, and especially, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, pay attention to reactions. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Are you really upset? Are you really sad? Do you really miss me? Are you having fun? You just fuck with me when you fuck with me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Pay attention to all that shit. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just it's a slippery slope at times.
What I think is, on her end, and it's just like all of this, having this conversation with y'all, on her end, she's probably like, I know I could talk to you this way. Like, if you talking about you hypothetically, I could talk to you this way, but I might not be able to talk to the other man that way. And I don't want to deter that because I'm still opening my options.
But if it's light, okay, let's just say that if that's the case, that should tell you something.
No,
it should.
It shouldn't, because you can't treat everybody the same. That's like even with children, right?
That's true.
I can't treat all my children the same. Everyone has to be treated a little bit differently. Someone's going to demand me more than the other. You feel me? And I have to be mindful of that. So it's just like in a relationship or people you rocking with. You might mess with this girl and she might be demanding. The other one might be like, no, you go ahead, do you. You're going to treat them both differently. You feel me? So that's just how it is. Like for her. So I look at it. Sometimes I look at, what the female doing, because she likes to play games.
Facts.
Or she likes to be manipulative.
That's a fact.
Or she likes to, just.
It ain't just niggas.
No. Yeah, because women are very
they're just more smooth with this shit. That's all.
No, they're not. We just, like you said, we just don't be paying. We don't be paying attention. We just don't be paying attention, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we exactly. We just don't pay attention.
I will say I agree. Okay, you're right. You changed my mind in there.
You don't pay attention.
You changed my mind that fast. Like, yeah, you're right.
They not like what y'all think, y'all. Well, go ahead.
So yeah, it's really dependent on that. Like, I think she's just, she weighing her options, but she's playing it real safe. She ain't going, being a woman, she's playing it safe. She don't want to throw all her cards out there. Right. She know how to deal with certain individuals.
Right. It's like you can respect the honesty, but still at the same time,
but you can't be honest with everybody, bro.
If you can't be honest with the person you're talking to, you don't think that's a problem?
No, I don't think it's a problem because people don't reciprocate honesty the same.
That's the point though, right? Ain't that the point?
So let me ask you a question.
You have to warm up. It's like, all right, I look at it like this. This is gonna be a crazy analogy, right? So if you having sex with a woman that's constantly having sex, you're gonna have hard sex with her, right? You're gonna have pounding sex with her, right? Okay. Now, if you're having sex with a virgin, right? I mean, 9 times out of 10, we don't know what those are anymore. They're rare in this world. But I'm saying like she's probably like 30, a 30-year-old virgin or whatever. You're not pounding her out.
You not?
You gonna pound her out?
I mean, you take your time at first, nigga. But I mean, it's slow.
You're introducing something to her different. You feel me? So when you introduce something different to somebody,
Romeo and Juliet is.
I'm just saying though, when you introduce something different to somebody, you can't.
No, nigga, no. No,
nigga. Like even food, like I'm not gonna say, like if you like sushi, I'm not gonna be like, oh, let's eat sushi. You feel me? You're going to be like, nah, I don't really like that. You know, I got to introduce it to you slowly if that's something that I want to introduce to you. Like anything that I want to introduce to you, I have to do it slowly. I ain't going to just jump the gun and be like, this is how I am and this is what you got to deal with. Because then it's like, then you don't have no kind of humane part of you. It's just all about you, selfish.
Well, if you it's all about how you introduce the honesty, you know what I mean, or the honest conversation. Like I get what you're saying, but still in like these conversations, these moments, these one-on-ones or what have you, you have to be upfront if there's somebody that you want to fuck with, like for real.
Agreed.
Because if you're not gonna be honest, and again, if you're not gonna be transparent. This is a conversation of, okay, I'm fucking with, multiple individuals because I don't, I'm not going to put myself out there just yet. Right. But once you become honest,
right,
or you become more transparent, then okay, I see where this is going. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it's all about what you're looking for as well. Like, okay.
True.
I'm gonna be honest, I ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, I want this, but shit, I'm gonna let you know where it's going. So if you fuck with me, you fuck with me. So like, but that comes through from experience too. If you dated enough or you've been around the block, a few times, you're like, okay, I don't care to find out if this is gonna work 6 months down the line.
Yeah,
I want to know if we have the same vision at the beginning. It may not work out, but at least we're on the same page, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Right. Hey, I'm an asshole at times. You know what I'm saying? I get emotional at times, or I hold back, so they know what to expect. Like you don't have to get into the minutia of things where my mom or my sister or my baby mama or my what I mean. We got to get into specifics immediately, but kind of give them an overview of this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, anytime I've come into a relationship, I always say at the beginning, I would rather talk shit out than argue. You know why? Because once I become upset, hey, the gloves are off. Yeah. But I let them know that up front. Like I'm an asshole. I'm a super asshole when I get mad. That's like that's real. Like if fuck you, bitch, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it can go there.
Right.
But I let you know that like I would rather have a conversation because I don't like to get upset because once I get upset, you know what I mean? It's fuck you, pay me. Like on some shit, not like not literally, but
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? But it's just that's like little shit like that, like telling you how I am. You know what I'm saying? That's the honesty at the beginning that I'm speaking about. Correct. Then once you start talking and y'all have conversation, then more honesty may come out depending on the direction of where shit is going.
Right. So this is my thing right here. Then that's cool. I get that. Right, but. Everybody that you're dating, are your intentions to get further with them?
I don't know.
Yes. If I'm dating, I date with a purpose. I'm not going out on dates.
So then we got to define what dating is.
I think we as people should come into situations not with the mindset of dating, is getting to know somebody.
Yeah, friends.
Because when you say it's a date, you already have an expectation. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So with that being said, like you don't know what role this person is going to play in your life. Y'all may be best friends, colleagues, business partners, or shit. It may be the love of your life. You don't know that.
That's true.
But if you say I'm dating you, I want you to be my girlfriend or boyfriend.
Title.
If it, what I'm saying, I want a title at some point. So you've cut off anything else that could come of it. Just because somebody's bad as shit, or if a woman's looking at him, oh, he's very handsome. That don't mean that y'all gonna connect like that. You know what I'm saying?
Compatibility.
Like I've had a situation way back when where a female got upset with me because I said, "Hey, you cool? We friends. I ain't looking for a friend." Okay, well, shit. That's your problem. That's why you got down. That's why shit they probably didn't work out because you was looking for. You know what I mean?
But did you communicate that with her?
You said what?
Did you communicate that with her
from
the beginning?
No, because I didn't know what the fuck this is gonna be. Like, I didn't know what this was gonna be. That's if you say it's a date, you already have an expectation. I've never came into a situation.
You never came into it like that.
Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, when I went through something, I'm like, I'm no longer coming into situations with, this is what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you bad, yeah, man. We have our mannish thoughts and feelings, but that don't mean it's gonna, amount to anything else. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like you can sleep with your best friend, but y'all still best friends. Like it just happened on a drunk night or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about your expectations in the beginning. Like expectations, unfortunately, are never really met. You know what I'm saying? It's I expect this. Okay.
So if it's a date, so if you go on a date with somebody, so it's just an automatic expectation there. If they say if it's already established that we're going on a date,
it's expected.
It's an expectation
that I want this to move forward. Then like
I don't
this.
Know about that one. I don't know about that one.
Mm-hmm.
As far as a date is concerned, because I mean,
for us, it doesn't look like that. I think for the woman, if they hear date,
it's a wrap.
Unfortunately, that's what their mind goes to. It's.
I see. That's the manipulating part of women, right?
Yeah,
they'll make you think that that's what it is. But that's just to really kind of hold you.
No, that's a fact.
That's a deposit.
That's the deposit. It's like, all right, cool, boom. I'm gonna hold it down real quick. Yeah, this is what I'm expecting, but it's not that. A lot of times it's just them trying to find out what they really want, because sometimes they don't know what they really want. They might want you as an individual, or they want Deshaun, or they
they want
whatever. Louis. My bad. But like I said, like they might want a specific individual, so yeah, they'll date just for that. Like, and as men, women are shallow as hell.
Very fucking shallow. We're talking about niggas. Y'all shallow as fuck.
Shallow.
Talk to him, Louis.
They shallow as a motherfucker, bro.
So I mean, can't.
I don't want to press the wrong one. The clapper one, I don't know which one it was.
Yellow.
Oh, was it the yellow?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they shallow as fuck, bro.
Women shallow as hell.
They shallow as fuck, bro.
And it's like, I had to let that go.
Yeah, let that go.
And then you can't really, you don't really know what you're getting into with a woman. Point blank, period. 9 times out of 10, they got an idea what they're getting into with a man, and they'll stay in it because they think they superhero. Like, you could be, a smug type dude, like messing with all types of females, but she's like, I could change him. That's the manipulation. That's the manipulation thing of most women. And I ain't gonna say all women, but most women that I've encountered as far as like speaking to, not being with, but speaking to. So that comes in like that sometimes. So it's really it's tough.
So
man.
Like they love you. They love your intangibles. They're like, if other things would change, you'd be perfect for me.
Exactly. And you've probably heard that.
Yeah.
In specific situations. I talk to a lot of females just for that. Not to talk to them like on a personal level or anything like that. Just to.
All right, people, welcome back to Two Real Podcast. All right, we just gonna jump into this other topic, bro. So since we was talking about shallow women and all. So I put on my post on Facebook, bro. That's where I got this from. Well, actually, it actually come from the show that I'm talking to right now. But she inspired me to put it on my Facebook page. So what I put on my Facebook page was, I feel sorry for the brothers under 6 feet.
Okay.
You got some women on there agreeing with me. So actually, was a few. And then it was actually some niggas that I knew. Niggas that I knew that was under 6 feet. Them niggas making faces. Another nigga said, another nigga was like, it's cool. He said it's cool. We fuck y'all bitches though, and we can fight.
See, why I always gotta come to that?
He always do that.
That's a short man complex sometimes.
They always do that, but
some people got a short man complex. I gotta prove myself.
Can't beat me though.
So the question is, do women prefer the taller man before the short man?
I think she prefers a confident man.
Okay, go ahead.
Being tall kind of overshadows that. So you can be a tall man that's not confident, and it overshadows. So off the rip, she's gonna be like, "Damn, he tall. I like him." because she automatically assumes that he has confidence with him because he's tall, right? But if it's a short man walking around with confidence and he not swayed or felt any kind of way about anybody around him, he ain't gonna be tripping. And that woman's gonna eventually see past through all of that and then want that man, as long as he's patient.
See, but you're not understanding what I'm saying.
What you mean?
When someone prefers someone, that's what they want first.
Preference, right?
When it's a preference, like say for instance, they can come in here, a bad motherfucker come in here and see me, Art, Ace, you. I ain't gonna include my cameraman, but because if they see she gonna go down the line first. Then the confidence part come into play. Like, say for instance, she might check us out first. She might start talking to me and him first.
Yeah.
And I don't like them niggas. So basically, what is
preference then?
I thought preference was where something when everybody has something they prefer an image of something of somebody that they want physically. Mm-hmm. Now, whether you get that, hey, that's either it is what it is. If you don't get that or not, but if you don't get that, you going to the next.
Sticky. I don't know. I think my opinion is going to stay where it's at. So I think the woman just prefers a confident man, even though this
nigga being political as fuck.
I'm not being political. I'm being serious because I think this day and age of women, I don't know what kind of women most men are talking to. If it's a younger woman, then that's a different story. But I'm saying like a woman in our age group, 9 times out of 10 ain't gonna really care if the dude is taller or not.
No, nigga, no. No, nigga.
That's what he knows.
Yeah, that's what I know. So, I mean, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I think it's more of the idea of protection. So, security. A woman, when they look up to a man, they automatically feel like that's a protective type of situation, not knowing if this motherfucker is solid or can do anything, but in their eyes, like, oh, you're tall,
right?
You know what I'm saying? It's always that initial idea of you can do some things. You know what I'm saying? So I think what happens is, yes, they like if I understand you correctly, I think their preference is someone taller, like as far as from a viewpoint.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the idea initially, you can protect me, you can, because women want to be protected at the end of the day.
True.
You know what I'm saying? They want someone that, if shit get real, that I can, fall into your arms, or you would stand in front of stand in front of the figurative bullet.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because you're bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? So I think they do initially want that. Now, what comes after that? That's a different conversation. But initially, I feel like they do want that because it's been so many conversations, and I'm 6'4", so I can only speak from my perspective.
I thought you were 6'2", bro.
I'm 6'4", so damn, you're tall. Oh my gosh, or you're just this, that, and third. So automatically they think about being protected, and they also think about this how smooth they are. They think about bedrooms. Oh shit, you
lift it up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. They think about shit that can go down in the bedroom and too. They don't say that shit, but that's what be going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. So I think preferably that's what they want at first, and then what my man was saying in his explanation. I think that's what comes after.
Okay.
Like once you start talking to a motherfucker, like okay, you solid. Okay, you got this going on. You know what I mean? That's what comes after it. Because unfortunately, every tall nigga ain't shit. All of them ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so even with short people, all of them ain't shit. Like you know what I mean? So it's like it's but I feel like initially that's how they feel. They want somebody to protect them, and unfortunately, they judge up front. About they always say we as men we judge we see someone. That's what we want. Women do the same shit.
That's a fact.
And they can act like, oh yeah, we're way deeper. Initially, you're attracted to what you fucking attracted to. Like, let's keep it a buck. Right. You know what I'm saying? Whatever comes afterwards, that's afterwards. But you know what you like. Right. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, if you're not attracted to a motherfucker, they gonna have to be a friend before they doing. Oh shit, you got some other shit going on. I'm interested now.
So why do we do that though? Why do we do that, knowing good and damn well as just because we had that conversation before, I think characteristic.
Yeah.
over preferences.
Right.
Why do we do that? Like, I mean, we know a motherfucker probably ain't shit.
You mean preferences over characteristics?
Well, it should be characteristics over preference.
Yeah, that's
it should be.
That's what it should.
But
be.
it's totally butt ass backwards. Why are we doing things? Why do you think we do things butt?
Because everybody don't think for themselves. A lot of people don't
Explain.
initially. You don't really initially think for yourself. You think according to what looks good. You feel me? Like everybody wants a trophy. You understand? Everybody's trying to look good in a sense. Like if you talk about social media, and I know you're not really on social media like that, but I'm on there. But I'm saying as far as what you have, you feel me? You don't post everything you have like that. So it's like, like people like to just look good for people. You feel me? And they want to look good. They want to look like, oh, we in the gym together, or my girl got the fatty. Or,
it's validation.
Yeah, it's validation
they look for
others,
right?
Without having it within themselves.
I've never understood that. I've never understood that. I mean, I did when I was younger.
Yeah.
But I think, again, that goes back to what I kind of brought up in the beginning. It comes with experience. If you have, and being a ball player, going to Auburn and all the shit, it had its. I know you had it. I had a lot of experience that led me to allow me to have this perspective. Like, it got to a point where I don't really care about my numbers anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when it got to a point, like after I hit something, like, okay, so I want you to leave.
You kind of lost count.
I want you to leave. No, I lost count like a motherfucker. That's real.
My man said he like Wilt Chamberlain.
I don't know about that, but he was a professional. I was just in college, so I ain't get to those numbers.
God level.
But when it got to a point to where when I was hitting shit, and then afterwards I wanted you to leave, it was like, okay, it's becoming too much now. Like I don't even want to even look for, just because you look bad and you this, like there's nothing else that we have in common or to discuss or what I'm interested in. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got to a point where I think, because I'm a Pisces, my sign started to embed itself in my mental as I got older. I'm like, I kind of want to talk now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking for more than just the physical. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? I want to I want us to kick it, be friends, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
you think that's age, or you think that comes with, as you know, the amount first?
Well, with me, it was all of the above, to be honest. Okay. Like, as I got older, like, because it all happened when I was young, like because I mean, me and CDOT, we was at the junior college together.
That
was
cool. Probably had about 20 bodies when y'all
like,
13.
We was cool at there, but when you get to that next level, that shit goddamn multiplies by like 3, 4, 5. Like you'd be like, damn, this shit real up here.
Yeah.
So as I went through college and when I actually got back to Atlanta, after school, that was like, shit, this shit is goddamn crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I was still in the process of trying to go overseas, and they said, he can make it. He's tall. He's a baller.
Yeah, I was about to play for Turkey, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it just comes with experience and just.
You could have pressed it, bro. You could have did that.
I'm gonna just do it for
you. Yeah, so I mean, it just comes with experience. To be honest, like I said, I got to a point where I think if I put a number on it as far as age, it's probably like around 26. I was like, I started having to feel like, after that hit, I want you to leave, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I want to just be chilling. You know what I'm saying? Right. So when I started feeling like that, like, I need more than just fucking. Yeah. Like, it has to be something substantial. You know what I'm saying? Something with a foundation or something of substance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of times where like, oh, okay. You ain't really talking about nothing. I was drunk when I met you. You know what I'm saying? Right. I was just going off testosterone at the time.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Then I started thinking about other shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy out here, to be honest.
What about you, bro?
What
So you still feel it's confident? Because when I hear preference, when I hear the term preference, it's something that they want.
But you know what? It's always something you're attracted to. You can be attracted to something, but then. It is.
And then, like, to go back what you were saying, right, as far as, like, initial thought, right? That's why I asked what you mean by preference. Because preference don't have to be initially.
Is that?
Preference can be afterwards, because you don't know what nobody working with. You understand? As a woman, she doesn't know what you're working with off the
They assume. They assume a lot.
Yeah, that's true. But then it's, you know, or they can go off of word. You feel me? So like a lot of that, and it might not be suitable for them. They might not even like that, or they might like it a lot. It depends. So it's really, sometimes it could be off initial, and then sometimes it could just be off the bat, like preference wise. Like I could like this girl and go off of a preference, but then I got other preferences as well. Like, can you talk to me? Can we hold a conversation longer than 15 minutes?
That comes after though.
Ignorant shit.
But that comes after.
But that's still a preference though.
It is, but I'm saying.
So you know what? It sounds like this is very subjective. It's all about what you.
It's really,
you feel like.
It's really what it's. Yeah, I mean, like it depends. So that's why I can't really have too much of a thought on it, because it's going to be subjective to what I feel.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, the attraction level comes first, because you don't know you're not talking to somebody like before you even enter the room. Like, you're not just telepathically talking to somebody. The first thing when you see somebody is the initial what's the form of communication,
right?
Is the look, what you see.
You know, the swag, the appearance.
I don't know. Yeah, it's
okay. So with your current relationship or what have you.
Man.
How did that come about? Did you see her like, okay, damn, she I was attracted to her, or she like goddamn DM you?
So nah, because I'm telling you, this is a funny story. I told Sean, I told Louis as well. I was like, look, bro, when I met my lady, we were on a TV show together. Right, we were on this TV show called MTV Top Pop. Please don't go and look for it. Man, that's back in the day. But I know you won't.
Let me see your shit.
But she was in competition mode, and I was in competition mode. But I was young. I was 19. You know what I mean? And she was 23. So she's 4 years older than I am. But like there was other women there that you could have been like, drooling over, and she's beautiful. Right? My lady's beautiful,
of course.
But what attracted to me was the red hair. Because I ain't never seen no woman with no red hair before. Like, she had a red big afro. It was.
You proving my point right now, right?
No, but it's not. It wasn't like it wasn't like more of an attraction. I just wanted to know more about her. It wasn't like I was like, oh
yeah, but that caught you first though. That caught you first before you get to.
But it wasn't just that though. It was her, the way she moved. You feel me? The other women there, they had like. Motives.
So what it sounds like, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
What it sounds like, you didn't really know you had a preference until you saw what you saw, like, because of what you're saying, you saw the hair.
Right.
You saw how she moved, like, damn, I didn't know I liked that, but that's what the fuck I like.
Right.
So that became a preference for you in that moment, but you didn't even know it.
Right.
Like, so it's not like you have like a checklist, like you have to goddamn look like this, move like this and a third. But you know what I'm saying?
Even though then before, I used to specifically, I had a preference, technically speaking. So I wouldn't say I didn't know what my preference was.
But you know what? That's dope though, because I think we set ourselves up when we have a preference, because we eliminate a lot of goddamn possibilities that could be available to us. Because I remember when I was young, a young black man from Atlanta listening to rap music, you want a light skinned thick bitch, you know what I'm saying? And that's all I went like by 20, not my 20s, like teens and up to my, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just want to. Like my child's mom's light skin, she's thick, you know what I'm saying? That was my preference at that time. Right. But then as I grew, more mature and realized like I'm eliminating a lot of great possibilities by having this preference. Let me, like, everyone is, I'm attracted to more than just this. So like society has led me to want this particular type of situation, but why the fuck do I have to follow societal norms? Like, I'm not dating or pursuing because of what is supposed to, or they say is attractive. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started, damn, brown, dark skin, all y'all motherfuckers. I want all y'all shit. I just don't want a light skin thick bitch. I want, I started wanting petite. I want goddamn slim, thick, tall shit. All of y'all, all y'all can get it. You know what I'm saying?
Finish what you're saying, bro. Go ahead, finish what you're saying.
No, so with her, it's like once, because I don't initiate like off the rip. We started having a conversation. When she started talking, I was like, wow, she's smart. You feel me? She thinks exactly like I do. We both the same sign. We're Aquarius, so we're free thinkers. We're kind of like we play whatever. But she was about her shit. even though I was young, I was trying to play the game. I was trying to get to know her a little bit more, but she was about her shit. She was stern, and I was like, you know what? I respect that. You ain't let me just jump in there like that. You just you blockade me. You told me nah. Like you set boundaries. Right. You feel me? And that's what that's to me was
shout
impressive.
out to his lady. Shout out.
Oh
to
yeah, most def. Hey babe. But she set them boundaries, and that's what made me fall for her, be more attracted to her in comparison. So yeah, the look is there, but it's like for me, she might feel like she's attracted to me, but there's other guys out there. I bet there's other guys that she's more attractive to.
Of course.
But it once we started communicating, that's when the game changed. You feel me? So once we got into each other's head, that was it. That was when the game changed for us. Right. So nothing can beat that. You could lose. Right. I'm gonna be funny. You could lose a titty. You feel me, as a female, or you could lose your physical, and that's not always guaranteed for you. You feel me? So that's not something that should be in a preference off the rip, because that can be lost easily. But your mind, that's not something that you'll lose easily unless you just got into an accident or something medically occurred to you.
Right. Okay, he got deep into it. I fucks with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, like can we safely say it's just done backwards nowadays? Like it should be characteristics over preferences.
I think it should be.
It should be, right?
Because a lot of times if you've ever heard someone, mainly a woman, because they do this a lot. Oh, she ain't even cute. Okay. What does that have to do with why I fucks with them? You know what I'm saying? Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's something about her that got me. You know what I'm saying? Right. So
I think that's really a shot on her though. If you fuck with a ugly girl, what that say about you?
Yeah, but then again, it's like,
yeah. Like, I ain't gonna say I'm not.
What? So yo fine or yo ugly or yo regular is not mine. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has but shit. That's what they go at. Even we do it sometimes. I remember I did when I was in high school. This chick I was fucking with, she was my girl from freshman to my senior year. I stopped fucking with her because you knew too much. But started fucking with this football player. I was like, this thing is ugly as fuck. But you know what I'm saying? But that was for me. I was damn. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, you fucking with that nigga for me?
Yeah.
The fuck you doing? It was between the breakup, of course. I was like, but nigga.
Right.
Look at me. Look at this nigga. You fucked up. What you doing?
You going backwards.
But that's a younger me. Like that's why I think like, Nick, why would you fuck with this motherfucker before me? You know what I'm saying? But then as you get older, you like, okay, I get it now. You know what I'm saying? It's not really all about the looks. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I've had the baddest of women in my eyes as far as looks appear. Right. But I wasn't into them. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it goes back to the conversation. Like I slept with them. Okay, shit. What else we gonna do? Right. I really don't want to do, do nothing else with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when I was at Auburn, there was this one. She was fine, like fine, but she was a smoker.
Oh, it was over.
And I was into smoking at that time. Like, I mean, of course, I have a conversation with Mary Jane pretty regularly now.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But back then, I was not into that at all. So that turned me off automatically because all she wanted to do was my like. I'm not. You see, I'm at they drug testers and shit. Like, I'm not into that. Like right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, so outside of that, then I remember after she's like, oh yeah, like within the week, she's like, yeah, can you pay my phone bill? Like, what?
Nah, bro, we ain't going there. We ain't doing that.
You know what I'm saying? But just things like that turned me off. Like you was fine as fuck, but you expected stuff from me. Like, nah,
exactly.
I don't like the personality. I don't like what you about. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that turned me off immediately.
So, is it safe to say preferences are superficial?
Yeah, they're very superficial. That's a fact.
I think
that should be in the encyclopedia.
Yeah, I think men and women play that game.
They do. Yeah, both of us. But they'll say we do it more. Of course.
I mean, how?
That's what they will say.
That's cap.
That's what they will say.
That's so cap. I don't believe that, and I'm starting to.
If you talk about the ratio, then that scientifically can't be true. But go ahead.
Yeah, right. We talk to them, but that's what they say. Oh, y'all just got. Okay. I mean, when we was like 17, 18, of course, not grown ass man.
I like the way this conversation is going because it's going directly into what I wanted to go into next.
Uh-oh.
It goes directly into what I wanted to go to next. So we had me and G had this conversation all the time. Mm-hmm. It get pretty deep. So let me just go ahead and I ain't gonna get into the context because it's gonna probably get there. Oh yeah. The question is, do every statistical category point back at the man's fault for the rebellion we see in modern women today? My answer to that is yes. For the Bible thumpers, for those who believe it, for the ones who for the Bible thumpers, this is one aspect. I'm not gonna go biblical, but I'm gonna just give you one thing. It says it in the Bible too. For the Bible thumpers, say if God regrets making men, it's in there. Two, the man is not. If we're constantly the plight for women, they say we ain't shit. We not really providing. As this what they say with us, or we cheating. Then they turn around. If they say rebellion comes from when someone is oppressed or some sort of something like that, or when their backs are against the wall. Yeah. When a woman has no, this basically goes back to like during the crack era when they started taking the black man out of the homes. Okay. So they really had no, and it's still kind of playing into what we see today.
It wasn't just the black man, but go ahead.
You said what?
It wasn't just the black man that was coming out the home.
No, that's true. But I mean, but we we just talking about us, But it's as far as
I'm saying the black women as well. That was during the crack era as well.
Yeah, but that was primarily taking the black man out the home. The black man is what mainly what they was doing, what they was attacking. The men.
I think the scapegoat.
I think
we the scapegoat?
I think they were trying to destroy the black.
Be trying to,
I think they were trying to destroy the black family, not the black man.
No, that's the goal. But they attacked us first. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They hit us first. Okay. It wasn't like they made plans to get the woman out of the household first. That was the byproduct of what we did, or what happened with us first.
Why wouldn't you want to get the woman first?
Now, but that was the stigma. Like
you got to think about that. Like because the women is they're the head of the house.
What?
They're the women are the head of the house. They're the head of the household, bro. When we're out, the women are the head of the household, bro. When we're out doing what we're supposed to do, bringing in the finances, when we're out doing they're the head of the house. They're the one that.
But the finances fund the house, bro.
That doesn't make you the head, bro. You're not.
No, I know that doesn't automatically make you the head, but it's something about that. The bravado of a man, like you could say, for instance, if you and your girl are in the house, you got a robber that come through there, right? A nigga comes through there.
Yeah.
Who gonna go first?
If I die, what happened?
No, but who's gonna go first?
Even if I go first, if she's not able to go with me, or if she's not
gonna go with you. If say it's you and your kids.
But if I die, then what is she supposed to do?
Then she has to step up.
What does that make her, bro?
Then she's the head of the house, bro.
I'm the forefront. I'm the bulletproof vest.
That's the point.
Listen. I'm the bulletproof vest. But point. I'm not the body. You understand? She's the body. If her body ain't in shape and could take a bullet.
But you go first is what you're not understanding.
Regardless if I go first or not, the woman. This is what we gotta understand how the person that has the closest connection to God
is who.
If you want to talk about biblically in a biblical sense,
is who?
Is the woman.
Cap. That is so much cap. That is so much cap. I don't even want to talk about it.
How?
I don't want to bring the Bible up. I don't want to bring the Bible up.
Think about it.
I can tell you about the Bible,
who brings in life?
We. Men.
No, we don't.
Yes, it do, bro. Everything is here. Everything is here.
Everything is in the woman, bro. It's in the womb, bro. We just the sauce.
This is an interesting conversation.
We're the sauce, bro. Everything is the woman. She's the gateway.
Oh my gosh.
You see, this is why I don't get engaged in that particular topic when it comes to biblical, because but no matter what side you fall on, like you're gonna be strong in your opinion. Yeah.
But I'm saying you gotta remember, like, let's say if a robber comes in the home and you're not home because you're busy making finances and you're busy doing
like the Hitman Holla situation.
Mm-hmm. What is the woman supposed to do?
You said what was she? She's supposed to protect her.
That is her primary position, what I'm saying, bro. She's gonna protect the house. She's the head of the house.
But you skipping a whole part, bro. You skipping a whole part.
What part?
How they knew they had to know when Hitman Holla wasn't there though. They had to make sure he was out of the house first for they to get the protection out of the house for the even try that, bro.
Yeah, but you just said you didn't say anything right now. You just said protection out the house. We talking,
but it's a sure protection.
It goes back to what I said before as far as chess, right? What's the purpose of chess?
To protect the queen. Correct?
If you don't protect
the queen?
If you don't protect the queen, then the game is what?
The game is over with.
Okay, so what are you saying to me right now? Like,
but who's protecting the queen, bro?
The pawns. The rook.
Okay, let's assume they're a bunch of men, right?
Time out.
Those are a bunch of men.
What are those pieces?
Sacrificial, basically.
Boom.
I'm agreeing with you.
At the end of the day, the most important being in that household is the woman, bro.
No, bro, we got it backwards, bro. We got it so backwards. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I know you hear the conversation. This is what we be going off every single time.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
I think we hitting on something, but I think it's just backwards. Because if you look at it, the white man ain't do it like that.
The white man is jealous.
What are you talking about?
And I don't want to get specifically racial, but if you think let's talk about the Caucasus Mountains, right? Right? You're talking about beings that are inside of a dark place that are constantly, trying to prevail, right? So they're constantly going against each other, right? Because there's not really a lot of food, so there's savagery, right?
Okay.
We're outlanders. We're migrators. We're people that are outside. We are enjoying the life. We're not in caves. We're not this. Right. So when you start to get a taste of good life, right?
Okay.
You're gonna always want to retain that. Now this is a prime example of how, right? And I don't want to delve too much into it, but like even Roman times, you had men with men, right? Because they want to keep the power going. They want to keep the strength alive. It's to keep the strength alive. And
they show that image of that on The Revenant, the movie Revenant.
And, talking about. And then now let's talk about today, right? The white man always constantly goes against because we're not prevalent in a lot of media. If you look at it,
agree.
But if you talk about TV shows and stuff like that, who is the white man always dating?
The black one.
Oh yeah. In commercials, who's the white man always with? Black women. Black women is a prominent figure. Okay, so it's done purposely for that. You understand? They know that at the end of the day, if I want to continue forth my legacy, I have to go through the woman. Now, the white women are having issues with fertility.
Right.
So, and I know this because my fiance is a doula. So, a lot of white men are having issues with fertility. So, they're gonna they're selfish. So they're like, man, them white women, I don't care. Right. I want to keep my legacy going. So what do they go towards? The black woman, because they can't go through us. They can only feminize us. And when you look at most of anything you watch, even on Netflix, most men or black men in their roles, they're in feminized roles.
Right.
You feel me? We're not highlighted in a masculine role. Not in everything, but in most shows, we're always in feminized roles.
Right.
But I'm gonna go back because we're going back to the black woman, right? We're going back to the woman, the womb, how important she is. Because if she's not here, right? If she's not able to be the gatekeeper, right? Or if she's not able to be the home steady person, because we can nurture our children, but we can't nurture like a woman.
Okay, go ahead.
And you got to respect that. You got to think of a woman like a teacher. If there's no teachers, then how you going to teach somebody how to do a job? If there's no skillful people, how you teach somebody how to get to the next level? The woman is the nurturer. She nurtures the home.
Protects them from that though.
You think protection is the number one thing? It's not.
It is because we don't live in a perfect world, bro. We don't live in a perfect world where you have to consider that there's always going to be a threat. Just like when you.
But the threat is not always a physical threat though. The threat is what you consume.
Nowadays,
television.
Nowadays, yeah, food. Okay. Nowadays,
it's always been like that though.
Go ahead. Let me go ahead. Elaborate on something, bro. We'll go.
I'm over here just goddamn.
Go ahead, bro.
Being a fan right now. I'm listening to y'all go back and forth. I'm listening to a podcast or whatever. Yeah. But I think it's more so of a conversation of optics versus reality. You feel what I'm saying? So to your question, I feel like it is true as far as us being the ones that fall on the sword, so to speak. You know what I mean?
It's always been like that.
Yeah, so
always.
What he was getting into was actually the foundation of stuff. So I agree with both of you. But as far as your
no, nigga, no, nigga.
I said I agree with both of y'all. Damn.
No, you ain't supposed to agree with this nigga, bro. You ain't supposed to agree with this nigga, though. Go ahead.
But that's what I'm saying. It's optics versus reality, because it could be, we are, whatever happens, it's always viewed as the black man is, you're the reason why something happens or why something doesn't happen. That's what society views us as.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? But depending on the structure of your home, it could be a different story, because what he's speaking from experience. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But his experience is anecdotal.
Yeah.
Okay. Anecdotal evidence. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So you have like you. I feel like you're the person that's going to take charge, and you got to make sure shit's supposed to be what's going to be. Right. But not a lot of men are set up to do that. Unfortunately, a lot of men, they expect to be taken care of, but they want to.
Talking about today?
Yeah. They expect to be taken care of.
I agree.
But there's not a lot of solid niggas that's gonna, take the time to learn about the finances of the home or what's going on the home. Like me personally, whatever happens, like prior to me leaving or being removed from basketball, I was that guy. Like I was okay. I want to be the forefront, but I don't know really shit that's going on in the background. But once that stopped, I was like, okay, I don't really know what the fuck going on. So I had to learn and educate myself on how to move, and how to. How to pay bills, how finances work, how to cook, how to clean, all that shit, because I wanted to be self-sufficient.
Correct.
Right. So the point where I could actually live on my own without somebody taking care of me. You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of men, we expect our women's, to be our mother. So to speak.
That's a result from what they've done to us.
Oh yeah, I agree.
In the crack era, bro.
Oh yeah, I agree 100%.
The men have been seeing their mom take care of every damn thing.
Yeah. So like I said, we fall on the sword. Optics. Yeah, we fall on the sword, so to speak. It's like, okay, you see it like, okay, we're gonna go back to the crack area. You see a black family, right? The assumption is the man is the person that runs everything,
right?
Because of how it looks,
right?
You don't know the inner workings of that home. You don't know what the fuck going on,
right.
But how it looks is, okay, we got to take it. We got to take the man now, so we can, everything will crumble. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But there's a lot of and that's how I am today. Like if I'm in, even prior to anything, like I'm like I at myself like, damn, women and men really can work together,
right?
In a home, you know what I'm saying? But not a lot of people believe in that for whatever reason. But that is the facts of life. Like she can do some shit that I can't do, and vice versa.
Right.
So why is it that I'm supposed to be I'm supposed to stay in the lane of this gender role, so to speak?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I'm not going to do that, because that limits me and that limits them. You know what I'm saying? But to the point of your question, it is true as far as the question technically,
right?
But without conversation, it's just a yes or no question. But you gotta have that gray area talk, like,
right?
Okay, what goes on between the lines? You know what I'm saying? Right. But I agree with the question. Like I would say yes to the question, but then my man just had he went into every line. Yeah.
See, but that's what. Go ahead.
So like I've never, because I take on a major role in my family. You understand? Like I take on that gender role as far as a male is concerned for my family. But you understand, like this day and age, it's not just primarily for that, because
okay. So before you get into it, explain how your situation works, because obviously, like I said, technically we kind of go about it differently, which isn't a problem. I'm not saying nothing wrong with it.
Right.
But just explain from your perspective how it works in your household, because I know for me as a man how I was raised.
Right.
My daddy took care of everything.
Right. So primarily,
and that's how I technically go about doing things.
Primarily, yes, I do take care of majority of the household, okay. Right? However, that does not take away from the fact that my fiance and my lady, my wife, she can't do the same.
Agreed.
Or she can't put her hands into the situation.
Totally agree.
You understand? I'm not stopping her from doing that, because I want her to progress as far as she can. I'm not guaranteed life. You understand? So I could die tomorrow. You understand?
Right.
What's going to happen? She needs to be prepared to take on that mantle and make sure everything is straight. Not, I need to find a man to make sure everything is straight. No, you need to already have those tools.
But you don't. How do you not know if she going into that though? You sure women ain't going into it like that? You know what I mean?
No, a lot of women like you know like to just
because they still want you. They still want to be taken care of to a certain extent.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of entrepreneurial women now.
They have to be.
No, they just like the freedom. They like the freedom. It's not so much that they have to be. When you tell a woman no, you can't, she gonna be like, nah, fuck out of here, I can.
No, I agree with that.
And that's the road that we're headed now. As far as that's the thing. We've created this whole gender thing, whatever, to the point where it's like now women say, oh, I can't do this, then now I can.
But you know what,
women,
Louis?
go ahead.
You said something very, like, I don't even know if you noticed that you even came out your mouth.
Go ahead.
The way you was raised formulates a lot of how you think. So like what you just said, when I grew up, my dad took everything.
Correct.
I was raised by my mom. My dad passed when I was 3. So I saw a woman doing what they say a man should do. So I have that outlet like, shit, they can hold it down as well. You know what I'm saying? Even though the optics say, oh, man's supposed to do this, but women can hold it down as well. So I didn't see that part. I didn't see my dad holding it down because he wasn't around, unfortunately, because he passed. So it was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up with a different perspective. I didn't grow up like thinking, oh, yeah, I'm the man. I need to do this. I grew up with a appreciation like, damn, you know, we both can do this. You know what I'm saying? Once I got to the age to understand that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So like what he's saying is profound because it's actually true. But you know, when you're on social media, you see these stories, you read these books, that's what it tells you. Oh, a man is supposed to do this, or a man is supposed to, you know what I'm saying? That's not true, technically speaking, but that's what.
Look at history, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
look at history.
Yeah, but that's how.
Hold on. We talking about the same history you taught in school. You talking about the same history because 9 times out of 10, everything in school is not really taught for your
benefit. I agree.
You feel me? They're taught to put you in a box. You understand? So if you constantly say, "Oh, what we're taught in school," that's not the case. So take that out the thing. You gotta come out the box, because if we want to talk about real knowledge, there's African queens running shit. You understand? There was African queens running shit, African warriors. If you think about the Haitian Revolution, right? Toussaint was trained by an African woman warrior. He didn't know how to fight himself. He learned from an African woman warrior. Look, we going back to history times. We're talking about the Haitian Revolution.
But you still, okay, she could teach him all she want, but who's still on the front lines though? Men.
What does that have to do with?
That's what you're not understanding.
You gotta elaborate.
It's like it goes back to what you're saying, is that she's still like, the women teaches, the women is the teacher. But Toussaint had to fight the fight, bro. The men fought the fight in order to progress, to move forward. And that's what we're not I feel like that's what we're not accepting right now. That's what women are trying to. That's why I feel like they have to be the entrepreneurs. They have to be in these positions of leadership. They have to do that because we're not doing it. If overall, if I'm just generalizing. I'm not saying everybody. But overall, we're still technically in last place. That's why we see these women going about things certain way, because they have to, not because they want to. They have to be.
Statistically, there's more black male millionaires now than there was previously.
Yeah, but then go ahead.
There's more black millionaires now than there were previously, statistically, right? That hasn't changed shit. You want to know why?
Why?
Because men don't change shit. Men don't change shit.
Go ahead.
We don't literally change shit because if it's comfortable to us, we're there and we're gonna stick to it. Women get uncomfortable easily.
So that this is where it
creates
that
constant.
This that chest thing we talking about. Right. It's that chest thing we talking about. So I hear what you're saying. So you saying basically what you're saying, we can't move without them. Is what
I never said. What you're saying? I never said we can't move without them. But I'm saying as far as change and build and growth, it comes from women. It comes from the influence of women. I'm not going to do.
I mean, I agree with that.
You feel me? Like even you, like if you trying to holler at somebody, right? And you get in a relationship, right? You have your old ways as a man. When you get with a woman and she kind of wants to do certain things, she molds you into becoming a better man. That's where we're going. You understand? And what you fail to realize, it's the truth. Women, you might not see it because you never really pictured yourself then. But if you look at yourself then now and you look at yourself, if you look at yourself then and you look at yourself now, you're not the same person. You've been changed and molded.
I agree.
You feel me? So that's it. To kind of sit here and say, we the lead, this, that, and third. Yeah, physically we're stronger. That's
genetically.
Genetically, that's just the facts. I don't give what women got to say about that. That's just the truth. Yes, we have the right to protect ours because that's what we're here for. We have the right to put food on the table. You understand? But it's not subjected to the point where the women don't influence that. Because we could put food on the table, but it might not be enough for her. So then now what we got to do?
Get more.
So that creates the constant. That creates the change. So that's the importance of the woman.
But that's the point that I'm talking about. What is that right there? Because it's what you're saying. It's almost like what you're saying. Like they making us do it, right? To a certain, they're influencing us,
right?
For it to be an actual solid change, that is on us. Do you hear what you just said? Like she's still getting food on the table, but she ain't got maybe now we talking about now. I'm not talking about.
Oh, I'm gonna get
nowadays.
I feel it now.
It's different.
It's coming.
But
got you
because they can't depend on us to do that. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Back then, she could do that, and the man does that. You know what I'm saying? It's because you're not understanding the solid threat or the strength.
Okay.
It's like literally how can you explain it? You take a bulldozer to knock down a building.
Right. What you knocking it down for?
To rebuild.
To rebuild something stronger, better.
Right.
Okay.
The woman is probably the driver. We are the woman. It's literally the same thing. Yes, it is.
The woman is the plan.
No, bro.
She's the plan, bro.
This is funny because this is it's always going to be.
But this is why I think the confusion goes within our community because this is what I'm saying. I think every other community has it figured out, but us. They got that part figured out, but us.
But my question to you, Louis, right, is why does it have to be so black and white?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
It has to be black and white.
Well, that's why I'm asking you why.
In order for it to work.
But why? What's the why? That's what I'm asking you. So educate me real quick.
Has it ever worked?
Huh?
Has it ever worked?
Has what? Yes. Look at where we at now. I was having this conversation because look at where we at now. If it wasn't so black and white back then, you think we'd be established as let's just say the country would be right now if our ancestors and the forefathers before us didn't make black and white decisions. They had to make black and white decisions. We make it so complicated nowadays. We can't come to a conclusion. We can't come to a common ground to progress. That's what I'm saying. But is okay. I
was gonna get political for a second, but I ain't gonna get political.
You can do what you want to do, bro. But that's all I'm saying. It's like we have to simplify it. All this confusion.
Now I agree with you. It has to be simplified, and it has to be a level of transparency as far as what we're doing and what we're bringing to the table and what we're trying to build. There has to be some type of intention in that point.
Right.
I get that. But what is your basis of your question?
You know what? I think we as black people, and I think that this is the reason why we're so suppressed because they fear us.
Yeah.
You see how deep we get into stuff. That's why I was like, why does it have to be so black and white? You're more so of the point of view like, okay, it has to be this so we can progress. Right. But we're not built like that to be black and white.
No,
we've always been. What do you mean?
We're cosmic. Like we think deeper into circumstances, situations, and whatever it is. That's what we do as black people. Like we can't. we can't help but do it. Like I'm over here like nigga, y'all both making good ass points, but we get so deep in shit. That's why we're so feared as black people. You know what I'm saying? So like as far as I guess what the world is now, you know, they make it say, okay, these other races or other whatever, you know, they got it, but we're a foundational race. Like we think so deep into stuff. Like it's not just like how you put it. Oh, we're on the front line. Yes, that's very true. Like men are on the front line, but we think about and we discuss what took us to get there. You feel what I'm saying? Like we acknowledge that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we acknowledge that. Okay, we're gonna take the goddamn. We you know, like you said, like if someone breaking your house, who's gonna go? Yes, we are, because we're the strength. Right. But without that woman, where does the strength come from? Like, we're not doing it on our own.
It's always gonna be there, though.
I mean, but it's gonna be there. But it's like we just dig deeper into like why we are the strength. The thing about it, yes,
it's facts.
Yes, like even the conversation like we all had, like where how do we come? How are we here? Okay, yes, our genetics and our you know, when we have sexual relations with a female, yes.
Even that should tell you that we go first.
But then without
everything,
but without the women, how is it gonna be anything? We need that.
You gonna shoot in the air?
Yeah, I'm not saying that. You shouldn't.
What you doing? You gonna put in the grass?
I don't know why this is so hard to understand. I agree.
Baby gonna come out the dirt?
I mean, we can though.
Hell no.
I mean, we can though.
It might kill the plant, money.
But like I said, I get both sides though. Like I truly understand.
No, stop doing it. We always do that. I get both sides.
But you can't.
I understand where you come from.
But that's why I asked you. You remember why I said, like, so why? Why is it that you say you giving us it's that, but why is it like that?
War is
where's the question? Where's the answer?
I'm just saying I feel like we need, to a certain extent, either whether we like it or not, we gonna have to come to some sort of common ground to progress.
So this is what I was going.
So it's about progression or what it really is?
Progression means what though? Progression is what?
Okay, to go back to
the move forward.
Right.
Okay.
To go back to the question is literally the same way why women are giving us so much pushback, because we can't.
They expect us to do better.
Yes, they expect us to do better. They expect us to
be like a coach. It's almost like a coach.
Look.
I'm putting in basketball terms.
Right. Yeah.
He getting in your ass. You got to do this because he sees what you can do.
Right.
So that's why they expect so much, because they know what we're capable of. So who's gonna push us?
But is it not?
We're not gonna push it like your man. You be like, hey, bro, I'm going through this. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do. Right. That's what we do as men. But a woman be like, okay, you need to. You know, I'm
agreeing with you. So and we had this conversation. We had this conversation too. Now I'm agreeing with you because I just got out of a relationship. I told him that. Yeah. I said, when you get out of a relationship, when you ain't with around a woman, you know, you kind of like
you go into
it downs a little bit,
a sunken place.
But did I stop though?
Did you stop what?
I didn't stop what I was doing just because we ain't together.
You was always doing what you was doing.
Right. So what?
That didn't change.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying your growth isn't there. You're not growing now.
Do you feel like?
What do you mean? I ain't growing, bro.
Do you feel like you're growing?
Have you inclined or declined?
Inclined.
As an individual, I'm not talking about as far everything
this
overall.
This is what I'm saying. This goes back to the question. The way you say, do you feel like women are closer to God? No, bro. It's even no, bro.
I'm sorry. I ain't gonna go off a book that was written by men.
We said I'm gonna leave that alone.
I'm cool.
Yeah, right.
I understand that the stories are valid.
Right.
You understand this? Okay. The stories are valid, but I'm not gonna go off of
right. I see what
that was written by him.
I got you. Yeah. So
it's gonna be biased.
But still, I haven't stopped anything just because I'm not with her.
So let me ask you a question. Being with this woman, did she like? Did she put a battery in your back? Did she? So you got that from her. So it assisted in your growth. So now you know what the fuck you doing, or not. I'm not saying everything, of course. You know what I'm saying, but that battery in your back, like, okay, she put me on some shit that I wasn't aware of, because I was actually on a radio show a couple months ago, and it's called Logic Over Emotions. We think from a logical perspective. Well, but the emotional part is the foundation of things. So it's like,
true.
If we just thinking with our heads and not really what's inside, it's like, okay, it looks good, it sounds good, but we're not really thinking about with all of us. The woman is thinking about everything from the inside out, even if it maybe help to skelter us sometimes.
Yeah,
there's a lot of truth in knowledge that can be gained from listening to that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're just so put our hard hat on, so to speak, figuratively speaking. We just do what we got to do. The woman gonna just goddamn show us the other shit. Like, nigga, I didn't even think of it like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, shit, I've always been up in my hygiene, but it was a woman that told me, like, nigga, you can do this shit to make your skin glow, right? Like, what the fuck? I can do that shit?
And it's not even just the response or the speaking part. Even you, like, if you one day decide to wear deodorant, right, as a child, and a girl comes like, oh, you smell good. How you putting on deodorant every motherfucking day now?
Because what the girl said it.
I'm agreeing with y'all, bro.
It's dope. You're gonna hit me with the butt though. So then you're not agreeing. There's no way you can agree by using the word but.
It's okay to agree to disagree. How about that?
No, bro. We gotta stop doing that too. We gotta see. I'm gonna go ahead. So this is actually, like I said, this is a really good conversation. Yeah. And I feel like, me personally, like, this is where the shit gets very confusing. And I'm just talking about for us as a community. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everybody else seem to be, outside of our community. We gotta start being real, bro. They're in a position of.
You so worried about everybody else.
No,
right? but really think about it. You really think they're that comfortable? Everybody else around us? They're not, because they're spending billions of dollars to keep us down.
I'm agreeing with you. But
billions of dollars. But that's a threat.
So what's success for you? What is success for you?
We should be in their position.
But are we?
Why do we need to be? Why is that the big position?
Yeah. So are we? We okay with just being the front runners? Or are we okay with being happy internally? So like they're in a position.
What do you mean?
They're in a position that shows power. We could be. But are we like? Do you want to be in that position to be? Okay. I'll give you. President, right? I'm gonna say the president. This is not the current president, right?
Let's go. Mm-hmm.
I said just as I've grown older and just paid attention to politics, I'm like, I would never want to be a president.
Right?
Why, nigga? You always got to just be that person. Like, nigga,
I agree.
I'm cool with me being happy within myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, they are. Yes, they are. So to speak, in the front positions, but what are they doing? They always looking at us because they know we truly happy. Why?
Truly happy?
I'm talking about truly happy within us.
It don't take much to keep us happy.
You know what I'm saying?
We're empowered. We're naturally happy within ourselves.
Everything
that we have is innate, and they always try to reach for it.
Where does the culture come from?
Come on, man.
Where does it come from?
Only my place.
Today?
Just in general, where does it come from?
Everything comes from us. I agree. Everything comes from us.
So even though how it looks and what it seems like but that's not what it is though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not
what it ain't what it is. We getting locked up.
Yeah, because they scared of us.
And I'm agreeing. They have to keep us down, but we're not in the.
Shit should be just fair.
But it's not though. It's not though.
But it's never going to be that way, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we're
not even the species that want to control shit. We just want shit to be fair.
We was in power at one point. You saying we weren't in power before?
I mean,
we wasn't in their positions before.
What was their position?
I don't think compartmentalize shit.
I think
maybe in some spaces. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the reason why
we wasn't in a position of dictatorship when they was in the what you were saying first.
No, I agree. I think we were in that position. However, it wasn't the way that they.
Maybe not the way they're doing it.
They maneuver.
Maybe not the way. I agree with you. Maybe not the way they're doing it.
And that's why we lost access, because we allowed it. You understand? We're not the individuals to stop anybody from growing. You understand? We don't want nobody. We don't want to see anybody down naturally.
Okay,
down bad.
So check this out. Check this out. We go
unless it's within our own,
right?
Which is kind of like a disease.
Right.
You know what's crazy about this? This conversation can go on for
that's what I'm saying.
Infinity.
That's why I said
it would never stop.
That's why I said we gonna pause it right here.
Yeah. Because like he say something like, okay, okay, I see it, but let me put my little 2 cents in. It's goddamn.
It's gonna go. But I feel like I said, I feel like it's something that need to be discussed amongst us. Mm-hmm. And so we can try to so we can figure this shit, because I feel like that is the problem. Mm-hmm. Even down to relationships, like that is the problem. I mean, maybe this is just me, but I'm gonna be real with you. I really think there's only. I know everybody's not a monolith, but in order to live I feel, and this is just my opinion,
right.
A truly happy life is only one way to do it. It's only one way to do it. Because I feel as us, as human beings, we don't know what's best for us. We just don't. It ain't even got nothing to do with Bible, biblical, religion, anything. We don't know what's best for us. See, I know you're gonna go into more. We could discuss that. We could discuss that later. We're gonna discuss that later.
Yeah.
And we could talk about that later. But just give everybody give your gist of what the summarization of what you thought about the podcast today. What your final thoughts?
I enjoyed it only because it got deep. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always for a deep conversation and just learning shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we as people, we don't know everything. Right. Of course, we don't know everything. We have to accept that. Right. You know what I'm saying? We got to be sponges and soak up all the knowledge that we can. Right. Even from a different perspective. Like, even if I may not see something in a certain way, somebody may say some shit that, oh, that shit makes sense like a motherfucker. Maybe I need to look into that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoyed the podcast just in general today because we got very deep into some philosophical type of shit. Like, it was like, I was over like, damn, really? Haitian goddamn shit. What? I ain't let me goddamn Google that shit. I was what this motherfucker talking about? Let me see what he talking about.
No, sorry, did you make that up or did a woman really teach him?
A woman definitely told him.
Yeah, okay. So I enjoyed it very, 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 very well. Like, yeah.
What you think today, bro?
Man, listen, I love the fact that we can come together, and have these conversations. Right. I think, honestly speaking, I think we need to have the other side as well to really fully get into this conversation. Correct. So I think women need to be involved in order to have their 2 cents in order to get a perspective from them. And we can bounce off of each other. As long as it's something that's healthy and not, damaging or disrespectful. You feel me? Like, as long as we can come into a place, because this is what's actually going to bring us up. Right. It's not
conversations. Yeah.
Having conversation, period, is what brings us up. If you talk about, like, when you talk about racism, you talk about all these things, like, as a people, I still truly believe in the people, right? Right. Because we all here together. Right. We all of it. As much as we are from different places, this, that, and the third, there's only one race. Mm-hmm. It's a human race. You understand? So we are all together into this shit, but we just being manipulated. Yeah. You understand? So that's why there's so much division and this, that, and the third. We ain't gonna get nowhere. We ain't gonna grow if we're constantly dividing ourselves from one another. So from a male and a woman's perspective, we need to be in a position where we can have conversation and move forward.
That's right.
Word to Queen Latifah. UNITY.
And that's really what it boils down to. So, yeah, overall, man, we had a good podcast today, man. I appreciate my dog Ace here, man, and my boy G, man. Louis Lanaville. C-Dot, man, make sure you hear the next time. We had this conversation. We'll see y'all next time. 2 Real Podcasts. We out.
Yes, sir.